A man suddenly noticed that his companion's arm was being bitten by a wild wolf. He immediately grabbed his rifle and rushed out of the room. When the wild wolf saw the shotgun, its eyes instantly became fiercer. But his companion showed no fear. Not only did he tell him to put the gun down, he even deliberately stretched his arm back toward the wolf's mouth, letting the wolf bite again. The man was stunned by what he saw. At first, White Fang was treated by his owner as a tool for work. First time the man saw White Fang, he felt an inexplicable sense of familiarity, as if they were old friends who had not met in years. One day, the man was wandering in the mountains and failed to notice a brown bear appearing behind him. When he turned around, he was so startled that he ran away immediately. The brown bear chased closely from behind. In a hurry, the man quickly squeezed himself into a pile of logs, but the brown bear didn't give up. It even reached out its huge paw and grabbed his arm. At that critical moment, White Fang suddenly charged out from the side, facing an enemy several times bigger than himself. He showed no fear and bared his sharp fangs. The brown bear was frightened by his presence and ran away. After confirming the man was safe, White Fang turned and left. The next day, the man was about to leave the area. Before leaving, he specially took out some beef jerky and handed it to White Fang. It was the first time White Fang had received kindness from a human. He stood quietly on the shore, watching the man's boat slowly drift away. Not long after, some bad men targeted White Fang. They released a vicious dog to attack him, but soon, White Fang pinned the dog down. The bad men were not angry at all, instead seemed to have found a treasure. They lied that White Fang attacked actively and threatened the owner by calling the police to hand him over. The owner had no choice but to agree. The bad men took White Fang to the arena. He didn't want to hurt his own kind, but the other side kept pressing forward. White Fang had no choice but to fight back. He won a lot of money for the bad men in the first fight, but he felt very guilty inside. From then on, White Fang was forced to fight again and again, becoming a tool for making money. To arouse his wild nature, they locked him up tightly. Another man even brought a club. Even though White Fang won every fight, the bad men never showed him any kindness. They did not even give him leftover bones. Days passed. White Fang became fierce and indifferent. During one fight, he had been fighting on an empty stomach for a long time and got bitten by a bulldog. The bad men got furious and hit him hard with a club. Suddenly, a man rushed from behind, knocked down the bad men, then quickly pried the dog's mouth open and rescued White Fang. He took White Fang home, carefully bandaging his wounds. White Fang seemed to recognize this man, but the past torture made him instinctively on guard. The man slowly approached. He immediately got into a defensive stance. The man only wanted to help him unlock the chains, but White Fang thought he was going for the club and attacked immediately. The man understood he did not mean harm and did not get angry. With the man's patient company, White Fang felt warmth again. His eyes gradually softened. His relationship with the man was no longer tense like before. This time, he finally found his true master. Would you like this brave wolf?